Here's a sign that the lake water levels are not going to drop anytime soon here on Lake Ontario. Classes at the Toronto Island schools have been moved to the mainland for the rest of the school year. Roughly 240 students will instead be finishing up the school at Nelson Mandela Park Public School on the mainland.
Because the road from the ferry to the school itself is washed out under 3 feet of water, we felt it wasn't safe for the kids to transport back and forth over the next little while. And the water continues to rise. So we decided to have the kids congregate at the ferry dock, and we're going to have school buses transport them to Nelson Mandela.
Meanwhile, with the long weekend right around the corner, one of the city's most popular summer attractions is going to be off limits, and that's going to put the pinch on a lot of businesses that rely on the islands being open.
We anticipate that it will be closed to June 30th just because the lake has not finished rising, so we do anticipate it will take at least that time for it to get there. And then we'll have to assess on a daily basis really to see if it starts to recede, when we can start allowing the public to go back in.
Operators at the Centreville amusement park say they're still hoping to open much earlier than that. Parts of the park are still underwater, but the owner says so far only the train ride has been damaged. There's still no doubt that the park's bottom line has been hurt.
It's difficult. We've been closed for 2 weeks. This will be a big weekend. We would have welcomed about 50,000 people over to the island this weekend. It's definitely going to hurt, the revenue. Probably miss about, if we are closed for June would expect about 250,000 visitors. So it's going to be an impact, more so also the youth that we employ on the island. We employ 300 to 400 youth each summer. So for them, not being able to get out and work is really difficult, and we're very concerned about if we don't get up and running soon, we're going to lose a lot of those staff.
And the park's owners aren't the only ones feeling the pinch. Ralph, the veteran water taxi owner and operator, says his business that relies on the island will soon be drowning in red ink.
It's really going to take a bite out of the water taxi business in general. Not just my water taxi business, not just other water taxis, but the Toronto Island ferries, all the businesses that are on the harbour front, all the businesses like Centreville, Rectory Cafe, Island Restaurant, Toronto Island Marina, RCYC, IYC, Queen City Yacht Club. We are all affected by this water. Not only am I going to be out of business, but all my staff are going to be out of business as well.
We just hired 50 people and we're training them now, and we rely on the tables being full so we can actually, so they can pay their rents, they can do all the things that they do, and we can have that staff and they can rely on that, and we have the customers. But it's been a very much a challenge in the last little bit.
Animals are being moved off of the Center Islands Petting Zoo tomorrow and relocated to a farm in Schaumburg. The Parks Department will be holding a meeting with island business owners tomorrow to discuss a way forward.